Like that. So should I be mean to myself? There's only two of us.
Sure, yeah, Pat.
Don't talk. You haven't been introduced yet. Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to episode 16 of the podcast you can use in place of your typical music. That's right, twice a week you get new clips from the two guys who've got bigger boobs than two chicks with huge tits. Even the guy sitting in front of Pee Wee Herman can see the loads of episodes coming to be a huge hit. Brought to you by someone redder than a huge hickey from Little Dicky. Allow me to drop some knowledge about the dude who's sitting with me. When it comes to podcasting, he's becoming somewhat of a genius. 5 foot 8 inches, the first is his height, the second's his penis. And that's just when he's eating his dinner. He almost murdered a chick when his foot had a slip and his pee-pee just dipped down within her. Each of his sneezes are a mess, but I digress. He thinks all transgenders are sinners. He cut a pivotal piece out of my intro on the last episode show, but it's okay, I just wanted to let you know. It made it sound weird and barely prepared, didn't it, yo? But I swear writing it took me at least 5 minutes or so. This griffin-loving, women-clubbing man is a Neanderthal. He's so fat he could go outside on a sunny day naked and not even tan his balls. But you gotta love him and his loyalty as he grows ever so slowly into podcasting royalty. And he gave me a place for so long, man, he spoiled me. Shit, he did it so joyfully, and he's happy as long as his son isn't flamboyant. See, my boy stands on his laurels. He's a man of character, principle, morals. I talk a lot of shit, and I give him grief, but if I didn't fucking love him, I wouldn't fucking speak. Instead of, what's up, man, how you doing? I'm just gonna say, hi, Tom. This time we record a podcast all night long, choosing the right segments and the right songs. Could you make sure to turn your fucking mic on?
Yeah, the mic's on, Pat. Mic's on today. Forgot to turn on the mic last time. First off, I don't think all transgenders are sinners.
It rhymed, Tom. It's a rhyme scheme.
And you rhymed it to Tom McDonald's beat.
Huh?
That's 100% Tom McDonald's beat.
What beat?
There is no beat.
Tom, you think I can carry a beat? If I could carry a beat, I would be a successful rapper.
Listen, we'll listen to some Tom McDonald after this, and we'll play this. If I can find the instrumental of Tom McDonald, and you'll see it goes with Tom McDonald's song.
Oh my God, play me over Tom McDonald's beat. I'll be so happy.
We'll try it one day. Anyway, we just got done saying how my aunt stopped listening to the show because Pat is so mean to me. And it seems like that's the thing with the show lately, because we got another hate mail in from somebody else.
You guys heard how mean I was to Tom in the intro, right?
You literally said that I think all transgenders are sinners, which never came out of my mouth.
I also said you had an 8-inch penis.
That may or may not be true. We'll have to ask my wife.
I also mentioned that you gave me a place to stay for so long. I mentioned that you're a man of character, principle, morals, loyalty, all those things.
Yes, those are all true.
I noticed that I'm not being credited for being so nice to you.
You are being discredited for saying that I said all transgenders are sinners.
I think we should count the number of insults versus the number of compliments and see what I did more of. And when I insult myself... 1
out of 16, Pat. 1 out of 16.
When I insult myself, we have to subtract it from the insults against you.
1 out of 16. That's
it's
all
not
I'm
1 out
say.
of 16. Don't lie. It's 1 out of 15. Because if we counted episode 1, I was very nice to you.
Okay. 1 out of 15. Which nobody listening now has probably heard episode 1 because it was so garbage. Probably because of your intro. This episode's going to suck now.
I blame the producer.
Probably. You want to do some mail, Pat?
Let's do it.
Yep, come on. Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
Pat, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you did not receive any text messages or emails or anything like that for feedback for the show from the last episode.
I did, but I got it very late in the game, so we're going to have to wait till the next episode.
See, if you just did a little bit more work and send it in.
I was actually working on my intro when I got it.
Interesting. That fat fuck Don Ralph emailed us again.
That's not very nice, Tom.
Yeah. He had
Good Dizzy Whizzle. Love you.
He had a lot of unnice things to say about me as usual.
I don't support that.
Yeah. Based off your intros, you do. Maybe that's where he's learning the hate for me.
That seems unrealistic.
I don't think it's unrealistic.
Now, if you said it was off of the iTunes where I coerce people to write bad things about you, that I would believe.
Yep. Everybody just thinks I'm a giant piece of shit. Anyway, Don wrote in and said, "First, let me start off with this! Exclamation point. Really, Tom? Question mark. You want to attach my spelling and punctuation when you can't even get through 2 seconds of your podcast without spewing out of your mouth? You say so many times in one episode, somebody could make a song of you just saying Plus, by my count, I have given the most reviews of the podcast to date. Plus, you just keep flapping them gums about me. Anyway, Pat, you're doing great. Keep up the good work, or the great work. Pat, not Tom. This shirt is awesome. So many looks in the store on Sunday. It kind of made my day. I truly do enjoy listening to the podcast." He used podcast, not one word. He did 2 different words there. Jesus. "Movie reviews are spot on. Tom, just admit it. Admit that Pat was to be the best man. Hey, man, mistakes happen. Just ask your mom."
Oh my God.
Real nice, Don. Real nice. My mom, luckily, she doesn't listen to this show anymore because of Pat's foul mouth. Now she can't listen because of your foul mouth and saying that I was a mistake. I'm the best thing to ever come out of my mother.
I love the fact that he just dribbled gasoline on you for an entire paragraph, and then that last line just lit you right the fuck on fire.
Yeah, Don, I haven't seen Don in probably 9 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't seen Don in about 9 years. I can't imagine how fat he's gotten, but either way.
Yeah, but when you you get together with Dip Dizzy Whistle, it's like you didn't miss a second. You know, he's one of those guys.
To be honest with you, Pat, I couldn't pick out Dip Dizzy Whistle in a lineup.
I don't buy that.
I only worked for him for like 2 months.
I'm pretty sure it was like 2 years, but
no, because remember the other guy got fired.
Soon, as in by the time this podcast makes the air, you will be able to go to our Instagram and see pictures of Dip Dizzy Whistle.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's true.
Let's tell the truth. I had the Instagram all set up. All I needed was a fucking pin code, which got emailed to you. And did you get me the pin code in time?
Pat, you have the email and the password.
I don't know the password.
You do know the password.
What's the password?
Yeah, I'm going to say it on the podcast. You do know the password because you use it every day.
Is it a phrase we use at work?
Kind of.
Interesting.
It's work related. Our actual job related.
Okay. I'll have to look into this.
I've told you what it is before.
How recently?
I don't know. It's this. I don't want to say this on here.
All right. We'll talk about it later. And then Instagram, here we come.
Yeah. All right. So that's the only feedback I've gotten this week. It's kind of short, though. We recorded Saturday. Episode came out Monday. We're recording the day after.
Yeah, the episode's been out 1 day.
Don is on point, though, with sending in feedback. I do appreciate that. I got pretty excited yesterday when I saw that I released that episode yesterday and got an email about the show yesterday. That felt pretty good.
I appreciate that when we get feedback, they're not short. Like, these people really take their time to put together their thoughts.
Well, Don has to learn how to spell, and then he still messes up the word podcast, not realizing it's one word.
I like how you're so upset about that when he also said that you attach his spelling, not attack.
That's true.
And I'm like 10 feet away from that thing, and that was it stood out to me as soon as you opened it. I was like, ugh.
Listen, I can't really, at least I know that podcast is one word. That's about all I can do. I do say a lot, though, so Don's got me there. And a lot of people have pointed it out. If you go back, Don, we named an episode Takeover, I think we called it.
Yep, right after and but.
Yeah, right after and but, because we were saying and but a lot, and then we were saying a lot. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
We'll have more feedback for Monday's episode?
We sure will.
All right.
No. Yes.
Maybe.
Jeez. It's hard to remember which episode we're doing this for.
I don't know what day it is.
Is it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Is your mouth wet?
It's me, Versace. Whoops, somebody shot me, and I was just checking the mail. Get it? Checking the mail.
So we're going to talk a little bit about football this past weekend. It's week 2. Teams are starting to settle in. I'm sitting here last night, Monday night, watching the Raiders-Saints game, right? Just started. And the Raiders go down 10-0 real quick. So the Number 9 podcast put out a tweet that said, almost feel bad for the @Raiders that they're going to lose in their first game in their new stadium, @Saints, #Monday Night Football.
What a fucking jinx you are.
Yeah, for the Saints, huh?
That's
I'm pretty excited for the Raiders winning. You know what I mean? Good for them. They don't look bad, man. They don't look bad.
Yeah. I didn't watch
Saints
any of that particular game.
They don't look bad. The Saints not looking great. Drew Brees, I thought that maybe the Saints were going to be pretty good because they took on the Bucs and Tom Brady. But to be honest with you, Tom Brady not looking that great either.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's him like settling into a new offense or whatever, but he's not looking great. He's throwing a pick in back-to-back games. He threw 2 picks week 1 and a pick yesterday or Sunday.
I find myself always picking the Saints. I like who's the wide receiver there? Mike
Thomas, but he was out yesterday.
Well, that's a big portion of it, I'm sure. But Mike Thomas and Drew Brees have something that very few duos get. I mean, the duos that you put them in the category with are all legendary duos. That's your Montana and Rice. That's your Aikman and Irvin. You know what I mean?
Your Brady and Edelman.
Yeah.
I got you. I feel it. We could also take a trip down to the Niners won on Sunday. I'm a Niners fan. But boy, are they banged up. Dude, we lost.
The Niners win is what will lead to an inevitable 1-15 season. It's
I don't know about that because they lost Nick Bosa and the other defensive end there, Samoa Thomas.
Yeah.
They lost them before the first half was over.
That's true.
But Garoppolo's going to be out a few weeks with a high ankle sprain. The running back's going to be out a few weeks. The one that the first play of the game, you had an 80-yard touchdown.
Yep.
Not looking good for the Niners with injuries. But, Kyle Shanahan's a smart dude. And they built up that defense right. With
That's that bloodline, man. That whole bloodline's smart dudes.
Yeah, they're smart. I think they're going to be all right. We're playing the Giants again at MetLife, so we'll see if we can get another 4 or 5 injuries on that field.
Oh, the same 2 teams? Is that what you said?
Well, we're playing the Giants, not the Jets.
Well, you said again.
Because we're playing at MetLife again.
Gotcha.
Because the Giants and the Jets share a stadium.
You ever been to MetLife?
Yes.
That's a pretty cool stadium.
I went to Niners-Jets a few years ago. It was the first football game I had ever been to. We're sitting in the end zone. We're sitting in the second tier. And we were sitting behind some season ticket holders.
Yep.
An older couple. There's 4 of them. 2 couples. And we're destroying the Jets. That was when they had Kaepernick. The year they went on the run, I think it was the year they went to the Super Bowl. But they were destroying the Jets because the Jets always suck, And meanwhile, they're going nuts. And this lady turns around and goes, "Can you guys please be quiet?"
How dare you pay good money for your tickets?
Karen fucking turn around and ask me to be quiet at a football game.
Yeah, well, she's just there for the peace and quiet.
Yeah. And really what it was that she was bitter that her fucking Jets suck. And you would think, being a season ticket holder, you'd be used to seeing them get their fucking asses rammed in.
Not only that, you'd be used to opposing teams being the fans of opposing teams being there because they know it's a win. So, why not go to that game? Who wants to go watch their team lose?
Yeah, for real. I actually went to the Redskins and saw. Oh, so mad. Well, not really. They lost.
I'm sorry. The Redskins? Who's that?
The Washington football team.
Oh,
when they were the Redskins.
Formerly known as. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Me and my dad went there to go see the Niners Washington game.
Gotcha.
And we left. The Niners were getting beat. It was back before they started getting good again.
Yeah.
And they were getting beat pretty bad. And so it was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Washington scored again. We're and so they're down by 13 or something.
Yeah.
So we're let's get out of here before the crowd. So we leave. I get to my car and my brother texts me and he's like, "Dude, are you still there?" And I look at my phone and I don't know if they got a pick or what happened, but they scored a touchdown and had the ball back with like a minute to go and was driving down the field. They didn't end up getting the touchdown, but like I was like, if they win this game, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, you would have been heartbroken if you stayed.
Yeah. So I don't. Well, that was the day my dad. My dad has one of those new fancy trucks that shut off when you go up to stoplights.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I mean?
hybrids.
Well, it's not a hybrid; it's an Ecotech.
Okay.
So he brings me to my car, and we're taking my stuff out of his truck because he's going one way and I'm going up north, and he's going south. So he gets out of the truck, forgets to put it in park, but the engine shut off. So he gets out, lets his foot off the brake. He's helping me, and all of a sudden the truck is rolling away because it started up. And you've never seen that old man run faster. And he like pushed me out of the way, like, dude, I'm faster than you do. I'm half your age. But he got to it, and it was going right towards a car. It was going to hit a parked car.
Yeah.
And he got it before I was like, and he had just bought it. I would have felt horrible if he banged that truck up.
You wouldn't have laughed about that?
No.
I'd have had a shit.
I would have felt, I can laugh about it now because nothing bad happened, but I felt horrible. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I would have been in tears laughing.
You're fucked up.
You know. Hey,
That's
so
why my dad doesn't like you.
I had this thought. First off, your dad loves me. I'm his favorite son. Second off, I had this thought the other day, and I know how happy you're going to be. I know you're going to be fucking thrilled that I've come up with this in my little infantile brain of genius. I have a name for our fans, right? You know, like Beyonce has the Bayhive or whatever. Maybe it's just the Beehive. I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
That's like her following. I don't know. Like Hanson probably had the Mboppers.
Like Tim the Tatman has the Tatman Army.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has a thing, right? So
Nick Mark has M-Fam.
So
Do you know who either of those two guys are?
Nick Merckx?
Or Tim the Tatman?
I assume Tim the Tatman is also a gamer.
Streamer. Yes.
What does he do on the stream?
He plays video games.
Okay.
But he's a streamer. He's not a gamer.
Gotcha. He's a gaming streamer. What's the difference?
Okay. Go
Are
ahead.
you interested? Listen.
Not
this is
particularly. I mean, are we going to make a clothing line out of this?
Oh yeah, this is going on a shirt. This might actually be your very late birthday present because I had a hat made and
Well, I'm glad that we're both on the same page. That you never got me a birthday present.
I actually did. I got you a pack of cigarettes on your birthday.
Well, thanks for contributing to ending my life faster.
I was lowering your stress levels.
Trust me, nothing lowers my stress levels when I'm at that place.
That's
Every
doesn't count.
fucking
That's an
show.
alarm.
It does count.
How's that count?
Shut off the alarms.
I can't shut off the alarms.
Anyway, keep going.
So, in the spirit of the Number 9 podcast, with Tommy, you know, the namesake of the show, who I'm so mean to.
You are.
Fucking wham. And your passionate love for the San Francisco football team. I think our fans should be the Number 9ers. How do you feel about that? Tell the fucking truth.
It's kind of gay, Pat.
Do you think it's kind of gay?
A little bit.
I don't understand why that is that good or bad.
And
I don't understand.
Just that
It sounds
we're
like you're
clear
using
here on the
gay as a
podcast.
derogatory term.
Just so we're clear, I'm not using gay as hate towards homosexuals. I'm using gay as a descriptive word, like we used to when we were kids,
Like dorky.
Yeah, like that's stupid.
Just so we're clear, if we had a shirt that said "I'm a Number 9er," you think that would be dorkier or gayer, as you so eloquently put it, than "I shit in the ocean frequently."
Yeah, Mason, I can't wear that shirt out in public, dude.
Dip Dizzy Whistle did. That's my boy, Dip Dizzy Whistle, rocking that Number 9 gear.
Yeah, the problem is I can't wear it out in public because I'm with my son a lot, and I don't want him reading the shirt. I don't want him to listen to the podcast.
You're gonna have to explain that Uncle Pooh takes shits in weird places.
He already knows that, dude. He was here while you lived here.
That's true.
I like it.
The
How
Number
much are you
9ers.
selling them for?
Now we're selling them.
Yeah.
The free shirt giveaway is over.
Well, they don't want to write in comments, so we might as well start selling shirts that we're not going to be able to sell.
What did we pay for the shirts we bought?
We'll talk about it off air.
All right, and then we'll come up with a price off air.
The more shirts we buy,
The cheaper they get, of course.
the cheaper they get.
Buying in buying in bulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Buying in BJ's.
Yeah.
BJ's.
I know a few girls who have paid for things with that.
Nice. So anyway, back to football. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good week. Did you see that Dallas game?
I gotta tell you, man, Sunday I did not watch football. Emily and I had a wonderful
I just want
Sunday.
to hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
You lived here for 18 months.
Yeah.
I begged for you to hang out with me and watch football.
Yeah.
And your excuse every time was, I have to go to my mommy's. It's what we do on Sundays. We watch football. And instead of going to your mom's, you chose a woman over your mom.
Keep digging that hole whenever you're done.
Your mom was with you when you guys were having all the sex?
What the fuck?
Oh,
No.
you texted me Monday and said I had lots of sex yesterday.
I didn't say that on the show, dickhead.
Oh, my bad.
Second, my mother was invited. She hung out in the morning for breakfast. Anyways,
Yeah, but you told me you couldn't watch football with me because you watch it with your mom
when was that?
when you lived here.
Has anything changed since then?
Not really.
So there's not a virus that goes around that keeps some people from other people? Like, what is it? It's COVID.
Hold on,
You're
but
a
what I don't
COVIDiot.
understand. Hold on, but what I don't understand is your mom come over and have breakfast. Your brother can come over and play cards, but you guys can't go there to watch football.
They're weird about it, man. I assume that by the end of the season, I will be at my mom's every Sunday watching football.
More importantly, why aren't you here watching football?
She did send me an invite Saturday night to go watch football. However, I had already made plans with Emily to hang out, knowing that I wasn't going to get the chance to watch football.
I hope your mom understands that
For the
Emily
record-
is more important than her.
There's not a chance in the world anybody will ever be more important than my mother. But Mason and Carissa and the baby came over and we barbecued.
Again, I wasn't invited.
Tom, there's never a time that you're not welcome at my house.
How do I
Literally
know?
never.
How do I know when to come if I'm not invited?
You're
I knew-
always you're always invited.
Yeah, but I didn't know that Mason and the baby and Chris were all over. I would have gladly came over and barbecued with you guys
You would have missed football to eat chicken.
to hang out with you, Mason and Carissa. Yeah.
You're full
Emily?
of shit.
Why? You have a TV? We could have turned football on.
It would have been great. I wish we did. I love football.
Anyway,
Yeah, but listen. So
so you didn't catch the onside kick.
no,
Have you seen a replay of it?
no.
Jesus. So these dum-dums on the Falcons.
Yep.
Okay? They know that the Cowboys have to kick an onside kick. They kick the ball. The new rule states that, and this is a couple of years old, that you have to kick the ball at least 10 yards.
I don't think that's a new rule.
That's what, it's not new this year. It's new within the last 6-7 years.
Nah.
Yes.
There's no way.
Yes, because Pat McAfee explains that why he was able to get so many onside kicks, and they made that rule because he was recovering so many of his own onside kicks.
Okay. Not a single show goes by without Pat McAfee's sweet ass being mentioned.
Do you understand that we wouldn't have a podcast if it wasn't for Pat McAfee?
I mean, we would have just
I would have never been inspired enough to make a podcast.
we would have just done a podcast where we didn't try to fuck Pat McAfee the whole time.
I would love to fuck Pat McAfee. He's a beautiful man.
Nice. Well played.
Anyway,
Taking
So-
a baby face turn tonight. I like
the
that.
ball has to go 10 yards before the kicking team can try to recover.
Unless the receiving team touches it first.
I'm not sure. Yes, maybe. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about that.
As soon as the receiving team touches it, it's live.
So here's the thing. There's defenders on the Falcons blocking the Cowboys from getting the ball instead of just falling on top of the ball, which opened up the opportunity
To fall on the ball.
for the Cowboys to fall on the ball.
Yeah.
So they lost because of their own stupidity, and then they went down and I think they had to score a touchdown or kick a field goal or something to win the game. I think it was a field goal. But yeah, that was a while then. The Cowboys, I don't know if the Falcons just suck that bad or if the Cowboys are actually somewhat decent. But I'm still out on Dak Prescott. I don't think he's good.
Well, this is like the two guarantees in life, death and taxes. There's two guarantees in football. The Cowboys will make the playoffs, and the Cowboys will not make the second round of the playoffs.
There's no guarantee that the Cowboys make the playoffs.
Dude, they go out in the first round. It's so
I don't think the
consistent.
Cowboys made the playoffs last year.
Didn't they? Pretty sure they went out in the first round.
I don't believe they made the playoffs.
And I think
I
they did
believe
because
the Eagles made the playoffs and the Cowboys did not.
it doesn't
But
look
this
like that's going to
year-
happen this year.
But this year, there's 2 extra spots for playoffs. There's
Be-
7 teams instead of 6 teams per division.
That's new to the league this year.
Yes.
And is that affected by the wild card round?
Well, I think there's 3 wild cards now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's
I
exciting.
wonder if they're going to play NFC versus AFC in the first round.
I don't know. It's exciting either way.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited they add it. I just wonder how that messes up the seeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll cry. But hey, that takes a division like the NFC West, for example, right? Who have just heavy hitters. The Cardinals are going to be nasty.
Yeah.
Seattle, nasty. Niners, with all the injuries, we're not really sure yet. But they have the potential to be nasty. And even the Rams are a decent team.
Well, yeah, Goff's been good for a while.
He's okay.
They haven't been bad.
No, they haven't been bad. They're decent. They're by far the best division of football. So that opens up, when you have 3 teams in that division finish 11-5, or 2 teams finish 11-5, and one finishes 12-4, and one of the 11-5 teams ain't going to make the playoffs. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's every sport, man. Every sport has that weird, like the NBA. The West Coast is so much better. We see it every year.
Yeah, but they're going to get one of the wild cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, say, so you got the NFC West and then the NFC North with the Packers, Minnesota, Detroit, and the Bears. For a while, Green Bay and the Vikings were 12-4, 11-5 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you got, if you take the NFC West, now you got 4 teams. Honestly, I think they should just take the top 7 records. It shouldn't even matter about conference at that point.
I agree.
Because the NFC East should never be in the playoffs.
No, I agree.
They're horrible.
That if they did what you're saying, they could also not have the 2 games per season. Those rivalries. You could spread it out a little bit.
No, I still think they do that. That's how they determine your games, is you still play within your division. But the NFC East wins with a 9-7 record. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like you described, the Niners are in a division that's significantly above average.
Yeah, but that makes those games fun to watch.
It does make those games fun to watch. It also makes it easier to lose or harder to win or whatever. So your record isn't really reflective of the quality of your team.
Sure it is, because you're playing a better team. So it makes it...
And you have to play them twice every year. You know what I remember? Like, it's hard for me.
2 of the wins that everybody gets in the NFC East besides the Giants are the 2 times they play the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Because
true.
the Giants are trash.
From the Jets.
Well, that's the AFC East.
There's a diehard Raiders fan who's also a number 9er, Asamigo, lifelong Raiders fan.
My brother's a lifelong Raiders fan.
Interesting. I don't know if Emily's a big Eagles fan. Yeah, well, nobody's perfect.
No wonder you guys weren't watching football. They're not even worth watching.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Carson Wentz is not as good as everybody says he is. That's not a hot take. That's a fact. Like, Colin Cowherd, I watch him a lot, and he is in love with Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, he's mediocre at best. He's another Baker Mayfield.
You don't think Baker Mayfield's very good?
I think he's an average quarterback. I don't think he's anything special. You know who is special? Joe Burrow.
Well, everybody said that about Baker Mayfield at the very beginning.
Yeah, but you could tell Joe Burrow is...
I think it's a very difficult transition to go from college to
and that's why a
professional.
lot of first-round draft picks don't work out.
Correct. So time will tell on Joe Burrow. I hope he does well. My poor brother has been a lifelong Bengals fan, and the kid it's like he invites heartache into his life.
I don't know why anybody would watch the Bengals.
I got to tell you, it's the uniform. Like the 2, like the Bengals and the fucking Dolphins. People love those color schemes. They love the patterns. What, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. You
I
don't think people choose their favorite team based on their uniforms.
You think the discussing green of the Miami Dolphins with the white and the orange that they use is appealing?
To me,
Yeah.
not so much,
Oh, okay.
but it is definitely popular.
When I went down to the Super Bowl last year,
Yeah.
to check all that out, what killed me was it was in Miami, so they used all the Dolphins colors. It was disgusting.
Yeah,
Everything was. Actually, it's in Tampa this year. We should go down. We should go down for the podcast. Business trip.
a business trip. We'll write it off.
I'm dead serious.
I don't know where I stand.
Coming to you live from Tampa.
That's not terrible. It would be nice outside.
Would be.
How was it last year?
It was nice. We went over and saw my the only nice day that it rained 2 of the 3 days I was there. The only nice day was the first day we were there, and I went and drove 4.5 hours to go see my grandmother each way.
Yes, I recall. I watched the house.
Which kind of worked out.
I'm pretty sure this is when Jasmine entered
Yeah,
the picture.
it kind of worked out because who would have known that would have been the last time I saw her.
True story. You went out of your way to go see her.
See, I was there. Always there when I was in Florida. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, other than that, they have a lot of cool shit at the Super Bowl. I wish I got there sooner because they do like the Radio Row stuff that you can walk through, and they have all the live shows.
Yeah.
You know, Pat McAfee's there and all
Of
that
course.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I recall vividly you being super excited to go, not for the Super Bowl, but for the opportunity to possibly touch hands with Pat McAfee.
honestly, dude, I'm too shy of a person to like. Even if I saw him, I wouldn't do anything.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do anything. Just like shake his hand, say hi,
I don't know if I would do that.
tell him you're a big fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Why would you not do that?
I don't know.
See, man, I get ripped apart for being mean to you. I say you're a big fan, and then you correct me, and you're like, no, I'm huge and a fan. That's not fair. How come you can be mean to you, but I can't be mean to you?
I never called. See, this is what they're talking about.
What do you mean?
You just called me huge.
No, you called you huge.
No, I said I was a huge fan
Yeah.
of Pat McAfee.
Tom, this plays perfectly into what I wanted to talk to you about with the English language. We're headed right towards what I want to talk about.
Are we done talking about football since you didn't watch any of it and you have nothing to
I'm
contribute
sorry,
to the
man.
story?
You didn't say, hey, we're going to go long form on football
Did you
this
see
week.
your boy Cam Newton choke?
No,
Oh, he
I
choked.
did not.
He choked.
I did see the Pats loss. Is that why?
Yeah. Well, he didn't really choke. He got it down to the 1 yard line.
Slant pass.
Nope. Tried to run it in.
Slant pass.
Got annihilated.
You ever see
Clock ran out.
you ever see the meme after that Super Bowl that the Seahawks lost to the Pats
Yeah.
when they could have run beast
Yeah.
mode straight up the middle?
Yeah.
And it's a text, and it's like, "Hey, we're at the 2 yard line. What do you want to do?" And the response text is beast mode, and it's crossed out and auto corrected to slant pass. Oh God, so great.
So let's hear what you want to talk about the English language.
Yeah. So these have gotten me for a long time.
Is it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Is your mouth wet?
That's called grind my gears.
I don't know if we can use grind my gears. That might be copyrighted to a Family Guy, but it's the same idea. It's
I
shit
highly doubt it's copyrighted The Family Guy.
really. I mean, we get the gist of it. It's
When
shit
I get
that
the
annoys
cease and
us.
desist from the guy that lives or is from Kent, then I'll listen.
Kent?
Yeah.
Is that where Seth MacFarlane's from?
Yes, sir.
No way.
Didn't know that until yesterday.
We live 30 minutes, not even, from
where-
where Seth MacFarlane grew up.
Did you know that his first job was writing at 9 years old? He wrote the funny book, like the funny pages, the comics for the local newspaper in Kent.
That's insane. He is one of the most talented people of our generation for sure.
And he continued to do that until he went to college.
The dude can write, the dude can sing, the dude can do voices, the dude's super creative. He was also supposed to be on one of the planes that crashed into the Twin Towers on 9/11. He missed his flight that morning. True story.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's from Kent. Should have died on 9/11.
Yeah, and he's super talented. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane.
Anyway, so we're going to call this Seth MacFarlane's Grinds My Gears.
Ooh, I like it. We give him credit. He can't be mad about that.
Shout out.
Yeah. So the thing, it happened right there with the use of the adjective to describe you, right? I said you're a big fan. You said you were a huge fan. And there's this weird thing I'm going to call them ANNs. Okay, ANN. And basically what happens, it's a very specific, like, unnatural English thing.
Can I throw this out there real quick?
Yeah.
Pat is full of these. If you guys are friends with Pat, you know this. It's just useless information. He comes at you all the time with it. It's usually about wrestling or something that doesn't matter in life. This is going to be one of those, I can already tell.
Wrestling is top tier. I just want to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
that's why we talk about wrestling on this podcast.
We should.
Not.
Anyways, these cause mass confusion in my brain. So it's like the Karen of my brain, and they happen daily. So there's like, this is a 3-step process. First, you have to take an adjective, which is a descriptive word for an upcoming noun, like American or pretty or fast, right? Then if you
Say
use
fast or fat.
fast, actually fat, also an adjective. It could be a noun, actually, depending on how you're using it. Then you've got to take a common concrete noun, which is a person, place, or thing that's detectable by senses, but not a proper noun like somebody's name. So this is the thing that's being complimented, like boy or beach or tiger.
Fat people. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Fat people, yes. This is not to be confused with an abstract noun like angst or anger or rage. It won't work, right? Then
Fat anger?
right. No, because you forgot. Actually, fat boy anger does work, right? It doesn't, and I'll explain why, but it kind of sounds like it does. Then you're going to add another concrete noun. So I'm going to give you an example. This one is where I actually came up with this. Giant cocksucker. So my question, as soon as I hear a term like this, is that a giant person who sucks cock, or is that a regular sized person who sucks giant cocks? A giant cocksucker is a very it's super confusing. I don't know what people are saying. Are you with me?
You stopped going to see that therapist, huh?
Yeah, Dr. Don's out.
You should call him up.
Listen, smelly elephant belly, okay? Is that the regular belly of a smelly elephant, or is that a smelly belly of a regular elephant? You with me? Smelly elephant belly. That's a perfect example.
I'm sorry that we put out this podcast twice a week so you guys can hear shit like this.
How about this? Wet muff diver. Is that like you got out of the shower, you haven't dried off, and you just, like you start gobbling our goose? Or is that like you only gobble her goose when she's soaking wet?
Well, generally, Pat, you do it to get her soaking wet, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but that doesn't work for the term.
I've also never used that term my entire life.
What's that?
Actually,
Gobbler goose?
The only one, with the exception, is probably giant cocksucker. I have used that probably.
Giant. Well, yeah, but
Like
I'm giving
you are
examples,
a
man.
giant cocksucker for making me do this.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean I'm huge and I suck cock, or does that mean I'm someone who sucks huge cocks?
Both.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's super confusing, and it's very
That's
specific to
confusing
these
you?
three
Why
parts
does it
of
really
speech.
matter? Oh, because you're Mr. Literal.
Yeah, and I just dwell on them, man.
You really dwell on that.
Try this one. Clammy ham slammer, right? Is that a clammy ham that slams, or is that a standard slammer of clammy hams? Are you with me?
No.
These to me are fascinating. I
You
love
lost
this.
me
I love
at-
this portion of speech.
You lost me at giant cocksucker, Pat. I am so sorry to all the listeners that are being forced to listen to this right now.
I'm so confused. So the ands don't bother you. These aren't like little Karens inside your brain. You've never thought this through.
No. When somebody says giant cocksucker, I assume they're just a giant cocksucker. And I'm not worried about whether they're just a huge cocksucker or if they suck huge cock. It doesn't matter to me. They're an asshole. That's what I heard.
This is like when people exaggerate in the story. I can't follow the story because I follow the exaggeration. It's a perfect example. Dane Cook did a whole bit on this where he's talking about like he goes home and he asks his girlfriend how her day was, and she's like, I took like 1,000-hour nap. And he's like, no, you didn't. That's a coma. You can't take 1,000-hour nap. And I can't follow you. I'm following your exaggeration. That's me. That legitimately happens.
You're an idiot.
That's not very nice at all, Tom. Here I am being nice to you on this show, and you're being mean to me.
I'm not being mean. I'm being honest.
Listen, I made a list of the things that just make my brain run in little teeny tiny circles, and I got one for every episode coming up for the next 10 years. The list was not easy to write.
I wish
Not
my
hard to
brain
write.
worked. somewhat abstractly like yours because I wouldn't have a single worry or care in the world.
It's true. I just get off topic right away in my own head. I'm not even insulted when somebody calls me a giant cocksucker. I'm like, man, I don't even know what the fuck they're trying to say.
You have issues.
That's fair.
Whew.
We don't really have an outro for this segment. Just
Stop talking.
Just a fucking awkward ending.
Just stop talking. Oh, I got an outro.
Do you?
Is it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Is your mouth wet?
So I wanted to do a thing, but now I don't want to ruin what's coming, so I wouldn't give Tommy any heads up. Because, again, I don't want to ruin what's coming.
I hate when that happens, Pat.
What happens?
You've never seen, like, you don't get it? Like, coming. Like, ruining.
Oh, like jism.
Yeah, like, ruining the coming.
Oh, that is some shitty shit.
So, you ever be scrolling through, like, Pornhub or something, and they make porns about people that get off to ruining a climax, if you will.
I gotta tell you, I consider myself somewhat of a professional porn watcher. I've never seen what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
100% legitimate.
You've never seen ruined endings or whatever the hell they were
I've
called?
seen porn where a female repeatedly elbows, knees, and kicks a male in his genitalia. And I've never seen what you're talking about.
What kind of porn are you watching?
Bro, I'm not talking about like it. I'll send you one on Facebook.
Don't
Messenger.
send me any of that shit.
Listen, it is tough to watch. It hurts my stomach to watch it.
Who gets off by that?
I don't know.
Here
Another
we go
alarm.
again.
Totally doesn't
Two
count.
in the same episode.
That's
Perfect.
an alarm.
We should call your old man and see what his favorite porn is.
I don't think my dad watches porn, man. As much as he is very much like a legit assassin, my dad is a very straight-laced motherfucker. Like, he really considers himself a Boy Scout. Like, the man's never smoked marijuana in his life.
Yeah, but he smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
He's a cowboy.
So it's okay to smoke cigarettes, but it's not okay to smoke the marijuana.
Well, when he was growing up, it was okay to smoke cigarettes, and hippies smoked marijuana. And he wasn't a hippie. He went to war.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do understand his analogy there. You've never really seen that, huh?
No, I don't know. So how do they ruin it? You're not talking about like edging, because that's not ruining it at all.
I don't know what edging is.
That's where this would take. So I'm not very quick in the bedroom.
I hear you.
It takes me a long time to finish.
I can't believe I'm going to say this on a podcast.
Go ahead.
I've actually, like, in discussions with my wife, been like, I wish I had the ability to just one time, like, touch a vagina and climax.
Bust a nut.
Yeah, like American Pie.
One time I was in high school, and this girl and I had an argument, right? And we had just resolved the argument, and we were like, all right, we're not going to break up. We're good. And we were in my bedroom, and I had a bathroom like right off of my bedroom. And we went into that bathroom. I don't know what for, but somehow, like, just in an instant, we got caught up in the moment. And I had, like, she put her front against the wall, and I, pulled her stuff down. I pulled my stuff down, and I put it in, and just like immediately just flooded the cave. And I was like, wow. Thank God this is not the first time that I was with this chick. And that's exactly what she said when she turned around. She was like, I'm so glad that doesn't happen more often. And I was like, yeah, sorry about that. And she was like, no, it was super hot because it's not like a common thing. And I'm glad you feel that way because I feel great. Like, it sucks for you. I don't often get to win that race.
I've never had that happen.
Just the one time. And it was, I'm fine with it. Anyways, the question was, what's edging? And edging is where, like, the person giving fellatio just kind of like licks around it, or like kind of just like gently rubs one spot, like the underside of the head. And I assume that you're watching basically like the snippets of the video, because if somebody did that to me, you're talking an hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, I'm not sure that I would ever actually finish the job.
I'm with you.
But yeah, in the videos, it seems like the orgasm is super intense and kind of lasts longer because the buildup, when you're about to fire off, and it takes a specific amount of time, not like 10 seconds every time, but it's not that long, it's not that short. It's coming, So in edging, it's like the buildup takes a long time, but then like the buildup to the finish that, you know, like you've lit the wick and it's about to set off the firecracker, that seems to take a lot longer. So it seems cool, especially, you know, if you are somebody who finishes quickly. Not my cup of tea, because I'm pretty sure it would be an all-day affair. Like, pack a fucking lunch if you want to edge me.
Yeah, I'm not about that life. I can't believe we're talking about this on a podcast. It's so weird.
Okay, at least we're not telling dirty sex stories. We're just being open and talking about a specific type of cinematography.
I'm really surprised you've never seen those.
You're surprised? If there's a type of porn that I haven't seen, I'm surprised.
How do you feel about anime porn?
I have never watched anime porn like with any intention of using it for my own sexual gratification. I've watched it out of like curiosity, and I used to play this game in high school. There's a whole row of us in computer class that used to play this game where you had to like date these 3 Japanese girls, and the goal was to bang them. And you only have like 42 minutes in class, right? So you have to say all the right things and like give them the right gifts and stuff. I don't think any of us ever got past like fingering them. You like went through steps to get to it. I don't think we ever beat the game.
This was a game on a computer?
Yeah, it was on the internet. The internet was new. It was great. Firewalls weren't real specific back then.
Real nice.
We also used to play Pimp Wars on our calculators. Do you remember that shit?
No.
Did you have one of the T9, the Texas Instrument calculators?
Yeah.
You can get Pac-Man and Snake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's games on those. I forgot about those.
Yeah, Pimp Wars. You could sell drugs and sell hoes, and then every once in a while you would get busted by an undercover cop. That was the whole game. Like, I don't think there was ever a way to win, because as soon as you got your stacks up, you just got busted by an undercover cop.
Nice.
Set you back down. It was extremely entertaining.
It was like the GTA original.
Back then, dude, I don't know if you ever
Do you
played
remember
this.
the first?
I was just going to say that.
Do you remember the first and
aerial
second
one?
Yeah, it was aerial. The whole thing was aerial. It was garbage.
I disagree. I had so much fun on that game. You didn't enjoy that game?
I did, but looking back.
Well, it's garbage now, but back then.
Back then it was the greatest game ever.
Oh
but what
my
I'm saying,
God,
like,
stealing cars and just shooting machine guns and shit. Oh my God, that was fun.
yeah, that was a fun game. I miss all those. I miss Sonic.
Sonic was fun.
Sonic was. I love Sonic.
I'll tell you what, the original Sonic was the best one. Yeah, the original Sonic.
We had Sega Channel when I was a kid.
It's like a channel?
Yeah.
Like on television?
No, so it was. I assume a lot of people had this. It wasn't just one cable provider had it, but Optimum had it, and you would get. Remember, Sega had the cartridges, right? Like Nintendo.
Yeah.
And you got that. You hooked it up to your cable line, and they fed in new games all the time. So,
What?
Yeah. It was like,
what kind of hoity-toity, ritzy-ass house were you living in where you had a video game playing video, like an active participant in video game channel on your television?
it was just like anything else nowadays.
You know what
It
television?
was like the start of it.
You know what television we watched when I was a kid?
Black and white one? The one with the knobs?
I had a black and white TV in my bedroom. That's
I
real
did
talk.
too.
We had the television that my mother and father got when they were first married until I moved out of the house.
I don't want to tell you, Pat. I'm sorry.
It was a big fucking heavy. The thing had to be.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that sat on the floor. It was huge.
Yeah, I think they call it a console TV.
Yeah, we had one of those until I was probably like
Born?
10.
Yeah, the things were massive, and you had to fucking
We
get
sat
up.
right in the living room. Actually, it used to, and I don't know if it was the TV. We actually had the cable company come out because you'd be watching it, and randomly it would just go static.
One
And
of my
then-
favorite channels as a child.
Yeah, right.
Happened all the time.
Going back to what we were just talking about. I don't think it is. Never mind.
You thought that I was talking about pornography?
I remember when you were a kid and you used to go through all the channels and you used to get the scrambled, like Playboy channel at the end and black. It was like snowy, but you can kind of see what was going on.
It was like that. It wasn't snowy, man. It was like when oil sits on top of water. That
yeah,
green
and it would
and
just
blue
go
and
right
red and
through,
yellow.
right?
Yeah,
They would-
and you could see like the outline of a titty every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there it
Yeah.
is. We actually, on the remote that we had at one point, there was this button that we would just hit over and over and over. You just hit it as many times as you could. You never stopped hitting it. And you could watch whatever was on pay-per-view. I don't know what kind of cheat code to real life this was. My brothers would know better than me. Steven would probably be able to tell you what button it was. But we watched, myself, Tony, Michael, and Steven watched Interview with a Vampire on pay-per-view. And it was so long that we had to pass the controller like amongst each other so that we could keep watching the movie because you had to keep hitting the button the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, we watched. That's a long ass movie, and I know how long it is because all of us were just like, "This is bullshit," but it was so good back then. I don't know how it holds up.
Probably not. It probably doesn't hold up. Oh, by the way, we're not doing movie reviews today. We're going to do those on Monday's episode. I think we should only do them on Monday's episode. So, how's that sound?
That's as long as they're free, we can do them as much as you want. If you keep giving me expensive ones, $4 a piece, then we're gonna have to do them, like once a month.
I got my Amazon bill the other day.
Yeah,
It's like $20
$20
from all the movies I had to buy.
You have
Or
no
watch.
clue what my Amazon bills look like, bro.
I'm saying just from the Prime, from from renting the movies.
Yeah,
I know what your
definitely.
Amazon bills look like.
I
Has
actually
a fucking credit card probably has a $30,000 limit to fucking Amazon.
I have a $4,200 limit to Amazon and a
Probably
zero
max.
balance, motherfucker.
Probably max.
Nah.
He maxes it every month and pays it off because he has to buy more shit from Amazon.
Well, I use it for everything because you get Amazon points. So like every dollar you spend is
Yeah, I have the same card.
what, $10, whatever. You get money off of your shit on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I do that. But then, yeah, I pay it off because I don't spend outside of my means. I'm a cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Either way. So what were you going to start with?
Hold the fuck on. You threw out Sonic. We didn't bring up Donkey Kong Country. Not
Donkey
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo.
Dude, I really thought about buying that for the Switch. But the Switch games are so fucking expensive. And for the amount of time I would actually spend playing them.
When was the last time you played a video game?
Played a video game?
Oh, you play on the computer now.
Yeah, dude, I started playing this new game. You'd probably like it. And you could probably play it on your tablet. It's called Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is this about zombies?
no, you get a group of 10 people, right? So we, like me, my brother, his wife, his friend, and a bunch of his friends pretty much, we all get together. And there's 10 of you, and you go, and you're up in space at these like space stations. And with a group of 10, there's 2 intruders, right? So you can go around and kill people.
Okay.
And when somebody discovers the body, you go into a board meeting and you kind of have to figure out who the intruders are.
So this is like Clue. The
Yeah,
video
like
game.
Clue.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking neat.
That is pretty fucking neat.
The graphics are real low, but it's a $5 game.
Yeah.
And like I played Sunday night with them.
Yep.
I started playing at like 9 o'clock. I didn't get off till 1 in the morning. Same thing Saturday after you guys left. I started playing. I was on till 1 o'clock in the morning. It's,
Well, I guess that answers when the last time you played a video game was.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Call of Duty yesterday.
I played about an hour of The Last of Us with Emily a month ago, and that was it. I haven't played video games in so long. I miss them. I miss the video games.
I don't know why you don't start playing. You should look up that Among Us because I think you'd have a great time with it.
I might give it a shot.
I was killing it too for a little while, and then I started getting a little.
Ooh, Contra. I'm just gonna fire off old school games at this point.
Never played that.
Really? Is that before your time?
I don't.
Mike Tyson Punch Out?
I wasn't really big into the fighting games, like Mortal Kombat and all that stuff we played, but I didn't get really into any of that.
Street Fighter 2?
Never played it.
Holy
I'm sure I
shit.
had played it, but I never got. Like I know these are all like.
All right, I got this. This is what I would say is hands down the greatest video game ever made. And to understand that it was the greatest video game ever made, you would have to be a part of the era that understands what the video games have evolved from and what they were and how many sleepless nights you spent at sleepovers, or I guess stayovers, playing those games. GoldenEye. 4-player split screen.
Never played it.
Are you kidding?
I never had an N64.
And nobody listen, motherfucker, you had shit that like you plug into the cable and shit and play video games.
I had
on.
a Sega channel. I didn't have fucking an N64. I never had one.
Damn.
We went from Sega right to PlayStation.
I feel like I'm forgetting a very important couple, But
You want to know what my
GoldenEye,
favorite game is?
what's that?
This is, and if
No Odd Job.
if I pulled it up right now, I could play for hours. Fucking Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man.
What the fuck? Don't get me wrong, I like Pac-Man. But like Space Invaders is out at the same time. Space Invaders is way better than Pac-Man.
I don't know, man. There's something about Pac-Man. I remember being a kid and I pull it up on a computer and I would play for hours and hours and hours. Because when we were, remember when Dell started selling computers for $500? It was like a big deal.
Dude, I'm getting a Dell.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
So for Christmas one year, me and my brother each got our own computers, right? And they were piece of shit computers, but we had computers.
No, you're lucky Rick and Pam don't listen to this shit anymore.
Back in, yeah, they were like they know, but to a 12-year-old or 13-year-old, it's fucking awesome. I have my own computer.
Did you have AIM?
Yeah, of course I had AIM.
I never had AIM. What the fuck was that?
When you would get online, it would like make a door opening close, door opening sound, or somebody like sent you a message. You could change what it was, so you could do a
Gotcha.
little knock.
That makes sense.
But like, look at this kid. Look how pumped he is that he has a computer.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure his computer belongs on a NASA spaceship.
What are you talking about?
This motherfucker's got two
Just for the-
computer screens. He's got
Well, one of those is not a computer screen. It's a
That
fucking
shit-
regular TV.
that shit looks like a speaker, like a big
They're just
subwoofer.
fans
They
with
look like-
neon lights around.
his keyboard glows in the dark, all different colors
I
and
did
shit.
get my son a nicer case than I have, which really irritates me. I literally multiple times and still think about just taking his computer and giving him mine and just switching over the parts that are different into that case.
That's like the lowest form of Indian giving I've ever heard of in my life.
I know, man. That's why I haven't done it.
Why
But
the fuck do they
case-
call it Indian giving?
I don't know. Some racist ass shit.
I-
Because
Like,
the
who gave and then took?
Because the Indians gave the Pilgrims land probably, and then tried to take it back.
If that's true, that's a racist ass term. Super racist.
Why is it racist? That's factual.
Oh, because we took everything. I shouldn't say we. I wasn't there. They took everything from the like the Indians have like reservations that have casinos. Where do they live on the casino reservations? Like, do they have houses around there? I'm gonna drive down to Foxwoods and find this out. Where do the Native Americans live?
You're gonna drive down to Foxwoods and ask them about Indian
I'm
giving?
gonna start asking.
Just look it up.
I'm gonna do that. That's easier. That makes more sense.
I know it does.
I might search the interwebs.
So we started talking about porn and then video games. What were you gonna talk about? What were we gonna start this off with?
I was hoping we could avoid it. Actually,
We're not gonna put it. I want to talk about it
that's awful.
mainly because it might make you look bad.
Oh, it's gonna make me look fucking bad.
I'm all about it now.
When was the last time you shit your pants?
Don't tell me you shit your pants recently.
When was the last time you shit your pants?
I was helping my mom at work when I was a teenager, so maybe 13, 14.
Bullshit. For real?
For real.
Okay.
I've had some close calls, but never actually shit my pants.
So, when I first started dating the woman whose name we will not mention, we won't even give her a name because she doesn't deserve it. We were all getting ready to leave, right? And like everybody gets in the car, and it occurs to me I should probably pee before we go. I can't remember where we're going, but we're gonna be in the car for a while, and I pee a lot. So I run into the house, and I'm peeing, and as I'm peeing, I sneeze, and when I sneeze, I shit all over myself. So now I'm standing at her toilet in her bathroom. I don't live there. I don't have anything there. I have no change of clothes. And I've just shit my pants right before we're about to get in the car and go somewhere. All right. So the only thing I can do is take off my boxer briefs, clean up as much as I can, wipe, and be on my way. And it's not like I shit, turds or like a mountain of diarrhea shit. It was enough to be uncomfortable to be in and probably smell. So, anyways, that's like 10 years ago, right? What are the odds I'm ever going to shit my pants as an adult other than like a sneeze? A couple months ago, I went to my boy Dirtbag's house. A bunch of my friends are there. We're just kind of hanging out. And I don't know if it was the food that I had there. They had some wings that were out all day. I got there very late after work. I don't. It was I was actually watching my boy's house in Thomaston. So since I was in Thomaston, I was hanging out with those guys. But for whatever reason, I had to drive home. Now, when I say this was a couple months ago, I had bought my house. I bought my house in April. So this is fairly recently. I got to go home before I go to the house that I'm watching. It occurs to me I should drop a deuce before I leave Dirtbag's house. But I'm not gonna, because I don't want to have to go inside Dirtbag's house and blow it up. Because as much as I love to shit everywhere I go.
That's awfully nice of you.
Yeah, as much as I love to shit everywhere I go. Like, you know, he's got sleeping children. And I'm just going to go in there and destroy their, you know, their toilet. So I'm like, nah, I'll hold it. And as I get on the highway, this is a 12-minute drive, man. This is the longest 12 minutes of my life. I'm clinching with everything. I'm pouring sweat. Everything I have in me says, just make it as far as you can before you shit your pants, because it's an inevitability. I'm going to shit my pants. I don't know why I didn't shit at Dirtbag's house. So I'm driving. I'm fucking flying. I'm driving as fast as I can. And I'm not sitting on my seat. My left foot is pushed all the way against the floorboard, right? To just hold me up so I can clinch the shit out of my butt cheeks. And I'm trying so hard not to just slam the gas pedal down with my other foot. I'm jerking the wheel all over the place because I'm trying not to shit. There's a 0% chance of farting. And you know how it is, like every couple minutes, like it like bubbles up and like kind of calms you down, because you're like, okay, I got another like 2 minutes before I have another shit contraction, because this baby's coming out whether I want it or not. So anyways, I make it home. I'm like, I have, for the last, I don't know, 2-3 minutes of this drive, I've already strategized. Like, I might leave the car running just so I can get to my bathroom as fast as possible. So I make it home. I jump out of the car. I need the keys. So I've already decided I'm going to shut the car off because I need the key off of the key ring to unlock my fucking door. I get into my house. I go fucking beeline for the bathroom. I get the bathroom door open. I'm like, my belt is undone at this point. My pants are unbuttoned at this point. And I go to pull my pants down and spin to the toilet, and I start shitting. Okay. So now I've shit in my pants after making it this far. I'm in my bathroom and I've shit my pants. I've shit all over my hands because my hands are in the back of my pants trying to pull my pants down. I've shit all over my sink. I spin, I shit all over the back of my toilet. I shit all over my toilet seat. And then I sit down in my own shit so that I can take a shit. This is so fucking bad.
Dude,
yeah.
There's something fucking wrong with you, man.
Listen, man, it's extremely bad. It was...
You couldn't clench your fucking ass cheeks for another 30 seconds?
Nah, but it was like, it was this false sense of relief, I think, right? Because I had made it. So I let up, like I wasn't fighting the fight anymore. And I should, this is why you leave it all on the field, right? You don't quit, because that's when you lose the game. So I shit fucking everywhere, man. It took so long to clean it up. On top of that, you have like this weird debate. I'm not going to throw my clothes right in the washing machine because they got shit on them, right? So I don't really know what to do. So I kind of just like rinsed the shitty clothes out as best I could. Don't look at me like that. I clean everything with bleach. My house always smells like bleach. This is a great reason why. No, so I have to rinse the.
Why don't you just put them in the fucking washer?
Because then I get shit in my washer. I don't want shit in my washer. It's bad enough I got shit on my clothes. Listen, man.
You know the washer cleans the shit off.
Where's the shit go?
Into the fucking drain.
I don't know. What if you leave some shit behind? Then you get residual shit on your next load.
What are you talking about? It doesn't reuse the water.
No, what if it's like clung to the washing machine, bro? I gotta tell you, this isn't the best part of this story.
This isn't the best story.
This isn't even the point of this story. This is so that I can get to the point of the story. Anyways, I rinse the clothes off, like I soak them in the bathtub, right? Just like to get the, I don't know, the remnants of shit out. I hand wash them because I'm covered in shit anyways. The worst part of this is like, I'm trying to figure out how to clean up the shit because I want to get into the shower. But I'm wiping, like with toilet paper, I'm wiping just like chunks of shit off of my body. I don't want to get into the shower with shit all over me because now I'm thinking it's going to be like clog my shower drain. And that's really weird. If you haven't shit your pants recently, I understand why you're looking at me like this. Like, you can't understand how much of a mess it is to diarrhea shit all over your bathroom. Thank God everything's tile in that bitch. So it wiped right down, bleached it up. We're good. Anyways, Emily's over on Sunday, right? It's a great day. We barbecue chicken. I'm super careful to cook my chicken appropriately. Any poultry. The only thing I've undercooked in the last 10 years was those fucking bratwursts that we had.
Yeah.
And technically you cooked those. I boiled them. You cooked them.
Pat didn't boil them long enough. I didn't cook them.
I sure didn't.
Because Pat said, oh, you don't have to keep them on there long. I boiled them.
I basically put them in warm water and then you threw them over a fire, not into the fire, and then we just ate them raw. That was disgusting.
It was great.
I loved them.
And he said, ain't that bad.
Took them down, no problem. Didn't shit my pants then. So Emily's over. We barbecue. I check the meat. It's all cooked. So I don't know what caused this, but I got the bubble guts, right? And it's just me and Emily. We're laying in bed. We're watching movies. We're having fun. But I keep getting the bubble guts. So a couple times, I'm just, like very generously, right? I'm like, would you like anything from the kitchen where I'm going just to see if you want anything? I'm not going in there to like let out rotten farts or anything. I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, do you want a cup of water? I'm going to go get some water. She's like, no, I'm good. Like, you want some popcorn? I'm going to make some popcorn. I just keep going to the kitchen to blow farts. None of them stink, which to me means I'm in the safe zone because stinky farts, right? That's when you got shit. That's like a gauge. Like, if your farts are real stinky, there's your shit coming. Do you not agree with that?
Sure.
Hold on. You've never noticed that?
I don't tend to smell my farts.
Why do you think farts
and
smell?
I'm surprised you're not farting in front of Emily.
Listen, farts smell so that you can enjoy them.
Okay.
That's also why they make noise. Well, that's so that, the smell is so deaf people can enjoy them. Listen. So I distanced myself from Emily a few times to let some farts go. They're scented. They're unscented. These are safe farts. There's no chance of a poop because I have not pooped near Emily. And I've been very clear with Emily. I will not poop in front of her anytime soon. But no, we don't fart in front of each other. Like, listen, man, there are things that happen between a man and a woman who are romantic together that should not be mixed with things that happen privately in a bathroom.
I'm just surprised because you're very open with what you do in front of other people.
I am, but this is a very specific, like, this is an intimate setting. I don't want poop in my intimate setting. She's not giving me Cleveland steamer. She's not squatting over my chest.
Yeah.
Ever. Never.
Yeah.
You would have to, like, that would have to be on the perfect woman, her bucket list, and it would take a build up. Like, I would really have to debate if I was willing to get into that game with her. I don't know if I could do it.
Carry on, Pat.
Anyways. So I've had the bubble guts a couple times, and you know this. Emily and I can't just like hang out till 9 o'clock. We hang out until it is way too late. Like, we both got to work in the morning. It's a bad fucking play. I got to be up at 4:45 for work. I'm pretty sure she left that Monday morning at like 1:30 in the morning.
Real nice.
Yeah. So anyways, we're it's like, I don't know, 1 o'clock. She listens to movies, right? Like we were watching Scream 3 at the time. It's so loud, like it'll shatter the windows in my house one day. It's gonna happen. It's gonna break something. It's so loud. My neighbors are gonna be like, they're having a murder party at this guy's house. So the movie's blaring as usual. It's near the end, and we've discussed, like, she's gonna start getting ready to leave. So I walk over to her side of the bed and I lean over to give her a little kiss, like a little peck. I've had so much fun tonight. As I do this, it occurs to me, I've only felt this urgency one other time, and it was on my way home from Dirtbag's house. And I had a 12-minute head start, and I shit my pants. But this is so bad, and I've got to shit so urgently that I don't even explain. I don't even come up with an excuse like, I'm going to go check the tile in my bathroom to see if the grout needs work. I just run. Okay. So I'm now running away from Emily, towards my bathroom. In my head, which first off, my bathroom is what, 5 feet out of my bedroom?
Yeah.
It's right there. In my head, as soon as I start running, the only thing I'm hoping for is not to not shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants. What I'm hoping for, because I'm wearing shorts, like basketball shorts, and no underwear. So what I'm hoping for is that when I shit already in the bathroom. So there's not a trail of shit going to the bathroom. That's my real concern. I don't want like a trail of evidence that this has happened, because I'm confident that I can clean this up without her knowing. This is all happening in a matter of seconds because I'm full force running to the bathroom like a fucking running back making it through the front line. Okay.
This guy's a fucking animal.
So I get to the bathroom and I make it to the toilet. So now you've seen Dumb and Dumber, when Harry drinks all the X-Lax that Lloyd feeds him and he's like gripped onto the toilet seat and he's like, and in my head, all I can think is, I don't know if she can hear this over the movie because she listens to it so fucking loud. Like, this might actually be saving my... No, you go ahead. Did you have something to add?
Sorry, cough.
All right. I don't know if she can hear this, but this movie may literally be saving my ass, right? So I'm flushing every time there's enough water available to flush, I'm flushing. So now you have me it sounds like I'm squeezing whoopee cushion after whoopee cushion. I'm just firing whoopee cushions away. I have them lined up, and as soon as I get to the bottom of one, I squish the next one. You can hear the movie and you can hear the toilet flushing, right? So I don't know what she can hear though. Hopefully just the movie. So I finish, and we're talking maybe 3-4 minutes because I'm in such a rush so that she won't know that I'm pooping, right? No, I was just washing my taint. I didn't know. I just wanted to give it a quick rinse. I didn't know what story I was going to come up with, but it wasn't going to be, hey, I just diarrhea shit in the fucking toilet. So I finish up, I wipe, I go out. First off, I sprayed I use Febreze with Gain. I sprayed a half a bottle of that shit in my bathroom. I bleached everything. Like I sprayed bleach. I wiped it down. I flushed again. So I go out and I'm like, I guess we've crossed that bridge now, right? She's like, huh? I'm like, holy fuck. She knew nothing. The movie was so loud that she didn't get to experience this with me. I am so grateful for that. But I almost shit my pants. I did poop with Emily in the house for the first time and got away with it. I did tell her, I was like, listen, like, you cannot go to the bathroom before you leave. That's out. Because right now it smells like basically shit Gain. That's all it is right now.
Pat, I gotta tell you, I'm really let down by this story.
What more did you want out of that story, bro?
Well, you said that wasn't even the worst part when you shit all over your house. So I was expecting something worse. I don't care that you almost shit your pants in front of your girlfriend. That doesn't faze me. That's not funny.
I almost trailed shit from my bed to my bathroom, bro.
You almost did, but you didn't. It would have been funnier if you did.
Thank God. If I had jeans on, I shit my pants. The basketball shorts were the savior in this. Hero of the story.
Whew. 20 minutes to find out Pat didn't shit his pants.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I did shit my pants twice in the story before that.
Yeah, man. I don't know how a grown man shits his pants.
I don't know, man. But you know me. I haven't had a solid shit in, I don't know, 20 years.
Well, Pat, you're also talking to a guy who doesn't shit in places I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah, I don't know what that's, but like, you've trained yourself to not shit your pants. I don't know how you do it.
Well, you've trained yourself to shit wherever the fuck you go. That's why you shit your pants.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable to wait. You just go.
Yeah? What's more uncomfortable? Shitting your pants?
Once in 35 years. The
Twice.
sneeze doesn't count.
Twice.
Oh, man, I got to tell you, before that happened, right? I told you I left the room for a couple safety farts.
Did you sneeze one of those times?
Okay, that's actually where I'm going. So we're laying in bed together, and I sneeze, and I fart at the same time, and I start having like PTSD about the stand-up piss fart. So listen, you got to understand, like there are so many layers. Like this story is an onion at this point. When I farted, Herbie has been spending time
For
recently.
those of you who don't know who Herbie is, that's Pat's hemorrhoid.
Right. So the hemorrhoid is currently in a flare up. Right. So I have a fucking just, I don't know, finger growing out of my asshole. So, and it's not that it's the most painful thing in the world, but it is not the most comfortable thing in the world either.
I hear you.
Normally it's just itchy. Sometimes it is painful. When I snarted, if you will, it hurt so fucking bad that like my body gyrated after I sneezed.
So you couldn't clench anymore.
I did clench, which might have been a savior. So now I'm laying next to her in bed.
And you farted next to her. Does she know that?
No, she does not know. Well, she will now because Rose and Blanche are going to tell her. So
They're also going to tell her you almost shit your pants in front of her.
she has to know, bro. I think she was just being very courteous and like, oh, I didn't even realize that you went poopies. I think she knew. She has to. There's no way she didn't know, man.
Well, trust me, I smell your shits. I believe you.
Bro, I ran away from her in a sprint. Anyways, so now this is the only time in my life that I think I've had to do this. I had to casually reach into my own like pants and touch my asshole because I was sure that I had shit when I sneezed. I was positive. It was so hot and I was in so much pain that I thought like we had corn on the cob with the chicken. And I thought like a kernel of corn just ripped Herbie open when I farted because I thought I had shit. It was really bad. Luckily, it was dry back there. And, I didn't shit my pants that day. That was 2 days ago. Sorry, Emily. I'm so sorry, Emily.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This episode is definitely not our best. Pat has told a lot of useless stories, useless knowledge. Don, what do you think about this? You think Pat's still doing a good job?
All that football talk was so riveting, though.
It was more riveting than you shitting your pants.
I don't understand why you have to be mean to me on the podcast. My mommy and daddy and auntie are going to stop listening if you're mean to me.
Your dad doesn't know what a podcast is.
Agreed.
You won't let your mom listen to it or
Never.
haven't told her to listen to it.
Wouldn't do it.
And do you even have any aunts that still talk to you?
All of my aunts love me.
I don't believe that.
I'm the fun one, man.
Yeah, you're the fun one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pooh Bear.
Anything else you want to throw out here, Pat, before we end the show?
I've done all I can here. I'm trying, man.
Trying for what?
Just trying to hang out and have a good time.
I enjoyed the stories, Pat. I always do.
That's all that matters. I don't give a fuck.
I'm surprised that it took you 2 months to tell me that you shit your pants when you got back to your house one day.
I gotta tell you.
I'm very upset that you didn't tell me about that immediately.
I told 2 people.
Your mom
Yeah.
and Tony.
No. The girl from Mass.
Oh, that doesn't count. She's not even a real human at this point.
It does count. Both of them were shockingly like when you tell somebody that you shit your pants, what's the expectation of their reaction?
Laugh at you?
Yeah. Both of them were super sympathetic. They were like, oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been really difficult to clean up. Like, yeah, you have no idea. Like, I can't bend over to clean the toilet because I don't want my ass to touch the shower curtain. It's very confusing. It was a lot. I shit on the carpet. I shit on my shoes. Oh, man, it was so bad.
I'm really upset that today's the first that you told the girl from Mass before me.
But it's not something that, like, at the time, it didn't seem very funny.
Pat, you tell me stories about people shitting their pants all the time.
Listen, comedy is what happens when tragedy and time meet. There hadn't been enough time since the tragedy for it to be comedic. Are you with me?
Sure. All right, I think we're out of here, guys. Shoot us a message. Go to the website, number9podcast.com. You can go to the Twitterverse at number9pod, or on Facebook, number9 with Tommy, or shoot us an email, the number9podcast@gmail.com. Pat, anything you want to add?
Yeah, you know the old you attract
All
more.
right, cool. Not good.
All right. What's the next tropical storm?
I don't know.
I hope it kills you.
Thanks.
I was going to say it's like the old adage, you know, you attract more bees with honey than vinegar. I just want to remind our listeners not to be shitty. Don't be shitty.
Shitty shit.
New shirts coming out. Number
Yeah.
niners.
Yeah, we might really make those. I'm down with that.
I'm going to make them.
I'm down with that. I was looking into that bumper sticker idea the other day that we were talking about.
Ooh, that's what we should do instead of t-shirts. We should do bumper stickers that say, I'm an official number niner, and then have the link. I guess it's not a link if it's not a bumper sticker. You get what I mean.
The website.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, shoot some ideas. I think we're gonna experience more with these, dive more into these would you rather's. If you guys have some you guys want us to talk about, and obviously, if you listen to today's episode, it's clear that we're willing to talk about anything and everything. So send some ideas.
Do you want to do a would you rather? I got a bunch.
Nah, we can save those for Monday.
All that fucking research for nothing. You always
it
complain that
never
I don't do
goes-
any work on the show. Then when I do work, you don't want to talk about the work.
Pat, what's our Instagram name?
I should know the name of the Instagram because it's going to be available once the show comes out. And
I can link it to all our stuff.
I'll have the name of the Instagram by the time you post this. So if you look in the episode description, it will be there.
Sounds good. Yeah, give us some ideas, give us some feedback. Don, as much as I bust your balls, I appreciate the feedback, and I hope you're only joking. I guess that's it, guys. Have a good one.
I say good day.
Is it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Is your mouth wet?